Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 30 of Direwolf20's All the Mod 7 Skyblock series, where I'm snagging a quick Aldemodium Silk Touch pickaxe. I think today I want to start getting into blood magic, and I'm looking into ways I can do things a little different, right? Because that's what I always like to do. Apotheosis have mob spawners. And to get them, you need to silk touch an existing mob spawner. So I'm just going to fly over here and snag one of the low blaze ones. Sweet, blaze spawner. Okay, cool. Now, I can apparently modify the stats of this mob spawner with a bunch of things. And what I'm curious is can I make it so that the mob spawner has a very small range, but a very fast processing speed to the point where it's just spawning tons of mobs super quick in a very small area. And that would be fun for blood magic. I don't know. I haven't tested it. Sometimes I test these things in a creative world before I pull the trigger on them, as it were. This time I did not. I'm not gonna lie. I did not test this in advance, so I have no idea if this is gonna work. But we're gonna go on an adventure together and learn together as to whether or not this will work. And if it doesn't, life goes on. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Oh wow, did I use up that many bricks? Wow, now it's stone again? I really need to automate some things better than I currently have, don't I? Yeah, it should, yeah. Really, really should. Just a few more bricks and then I'll be cool. We'll get there eventually, I'm sure. So this could be my blood magic-y area. Right near the mob spawner. That might not be a bad place for it. That could be cool. Should I map out where the whole thing's gonna be? It might not be a bad idea, right? Yeah, probably not. Probably not. Yeah, let me build. Here's what I'll do: like I did in my Let's Play series, I'm gonna pre-build what the structure of the tier 5 altar is gonna look like, so that we're ready for it, and then we can just expand out from there. So that sounds like a plan. And then we're gonna play with this Apotheosis mob spawner. Also, what I did between episodes, real quick, I should do this before I go do that. Is I got a floating agricarnation, which I'm gonna go try out right now. So I have no idea how good or not good this will be, but we'll probably find out. And then you can be bound to there. We'll see, A, how much mana this winds up using, and B, how good it turns out to be. Now, my question is, can I tick accelerate? I mean, it looks like it's doing a good job already. And tick accelerating ain't too shabby. I just want to make sure it's actually doing something. I think it is. Yeah, no, it's definitely doing something. That's not too shabby, honestly. Now, to be fair, there's literally nothing preventing me from having more than one agricarnation. For sure. For sure. How about a monocle? That needs a little bit of mana glass. Okay, I can handle that. Okay. Monocle, please. Thank you. And, well, I'll pop out this way. It's faster. I'm curious what the range on this thing is. Where indeed does the monocle go? Slot charm. Necklace. Curio, back, body, bundle. Oh, look, there's a Kleinstar slot. That's cool. Hands. Ring, ring, ring. Belt, charm. Ah. Got it. Okay. So... is it not showing me the Y level of the monocle's range? Alright, so what we could do to test this... what if I put you, like... there? are you affecting the flowers there? And we can test it by timing and bottling it. Yes, he does. Excellent. Okay. Well, that's good to know. So I could, like, spam agrocarnations around. And that would probably be pretty cool. Remember, I'm trying to combine multiple mods into growing these things as quick as I can, right? So what I'm going to do is, get into blood magic a little bit, and then, be good to go. All I can tell you is I theorize that these growth accelerators do nothing at all. Either I'm using them wrong, and I don't think I am, because I used them before, right? Or I misunderstand some aspect of them, but pretty sure they're not doing a whole lot. Do what now? Oh, I left that area. Okay. I'm like, what? I left that area unlit, didn't I? Oh my, that's a lot of bad guys, isn't it? Taking a nap. That's how we deal with them. My goodness. I just one-shot that boss, by the way. Putting that out there. I don't necessarily need my monocle anymore, and I will put away all this junk that just dropped. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. Works for me. Okay. So, and then Magneton. Much better. Perfect. And let's get a Feral Floor Lantern. I'm just going to put it roughly here, and we'll see if that happens to be enough to light up this area. So let me get the Blood Altar built, and we'll be right back. All right, how do we think this looks? Pretty good, maybe? Yeah, not too shabby. Obviously, the ancient stones representing where the runes will be, and you can see where the beacons and all that stuff will live. Cool. All right, so let's get this knocked out super quickly, right? So we're going to jump into you. That should be cool. And that covers that guy. Hellfire Forge needs one of those. You also need one of those. So let's get a sacrificial knife, which we're going to need probably just for a little bit to get started. So I'm not going to go crazy with the whole, like, let's get some good regen and all that stuff. Though I think Supremium apples, if I'm not mistaken, have regen on them. But also, I don't have that much Inferium because I have a very slow crop growth system. So, not a big deal. Should we do a little bit of automation-y stuff early on? Maybe? Let's get some laser IO. Badoop, 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 badoop. And, yeah, that should be cool. Get some counting filters, get ready to go. Okay. So let's do this. Let's get some chests. Cool. How do we want to set this up? So we could extract... Oh, do I not have my thing on me? Hang on. And how am I for green cards? Yeah, pretty good. Okay. Yeah, it works. Though we only need one at a time, right? So we want to extract on white. So since we only need one at a time, we don't really need card overclockers, right? Pretty much. And then you will insert on white, but with a filter of stone. And a counting filter, which means only put one stone in there at a time. Okay. And then extract on orange. Okay. And you're going to insert on orange. And you're going to only keep what are these things called again? Slates. Each of the tiers of slate. How about 32 of each? Cool. Okay. Then I'm going to say, and that should be on white, on orange, right? Now you're only going to run with a redstone signal of low, because what I want to have is a sensor card here that will say if you have 32 of each slate, then emit a redstone signal on the white channel. And if you're getting a redstone signal on the white channel, stop extracting stone and putting it in there. Deal? I think that should be pretty cool. And this guy I'm going to throw some speed ticks into. I guess I could do it every tick. Should be fine. Okay, cool. So now, see if I did this correctly. So you should get exactly one stone at a time. Cool. That works for me, right? That's not too shabby. Easy peasy. Okay. And then with that, we can make our alchemy table, which I know we'll eventually need, so I might as well just make it. I'm always bad at placing this thing. Does that work? I'd say that works. Cool. And then we're also going to want our divination sigil, which needs an alchemy array, which is made in an alchemy table with redstone, white dye, gunpowder, and coal. But I need my orb. So that's just going to be a diamond. You know what? We can give this guy a alternate redstone signal. Are you ready for this? If I make a lever, and maybe I'll put it right here. You can input on there. So if I do that, it'll turn off the extract and prevent the auto crafting. Cool? Am I out of food? I might be out of food. Go get some more food. I was eating mashed potatoes, right? Yes. So how do we make those again? Apparently like that. But we need milk buckets or milk bottles, which is just that. Ooh, that's not bad. Now, don't I have a bunch of milk going on over here? I'm just curious if there's like, you know. Goodness. I bet this is full. I was correct, sir. I was correct about that. I was like, why'd I pick up all this junk? Oh, full on eggs. Yeah, it makes sense. I should eat something with eggs in it. Oh, we have lots of feathers, that's for sure. So I've got milk over here, right? So I could just get some buckets. I have 3 buckets? How do I have 3 buckets? Buckets are crafting again. I have no idea what happened to all my buckets. Maybe wherever they were going, there might be some kind. Did I set something up with an export bus of buckets? I don't remember. I'm wondering if whatever I did has filled up on buckets. So there's like a stack of buckets somewhere. Wouldn't surprise me. Okay. And then you. Sweet. Okay, I'll take that. I have no idea where this salt is coming from, but sure. There we go. Makes life a lot easier. Alright, so you stopped running because I put the lever on. Perfect. That is cool. Gonna definitely need to do something about diamonds. Everybody keeps saying to, like, automate the sieving and all that process. Yes, I know I can automate the sieving process. I'm trying to do things different and, like, have interesting mechanics. I may wind up automating it anyway, but we'll see. For now, I'm just trying to do something a little different and fun. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Okay, so now I can get my arcane ashes with redstone, white dye, gunpowder, and coal. So redstone, white dye, gunpowder, and coal. Yoinks. Insufficient LP. Did I not bind it? No, I did. I bound it. Okay. How much LP does that need? Oh, right. It doesn't have any in the thing, right? Let's get you. Now we should be cool. Boom. All right. Arcane Ashes is checked. Sweet. Okay. And then the Divination Sigil will just be redstone on a blank slate. There we go. Cool. All right, now with that covered, I could get into a Hellfire Forge too if I wanted to. And get Tardic action happening sooner than later. Excellent. Current Essence 2500. Oh, that's not the right thing. That's the wrong orb. Look, they're both circles. I got confused. Excellent. Okay, let me then get enough runes here to handle this, and we'll be back in a minute when it's time to upgrade this to a tier 2 altar. Cool? So I finally got around to telling my AE system how to make dark matter. And the reason for that is I'm just curious. I'm just curious if this will work. Wow, it takes a while, doesn't it? I should acceleration card whatever's doing that. One is crafting that at the moment. There it is. There we go. A little bit better. If I ever needed to get crazy with it, RF Tools is the way to go, as we've done many times in the past. But do we have some dark matter now? We're getting there. Looks like we'll be there in just under a minute. Because it's going a lot quicker now. Yeah, boy, that is not fast at all, is it? Nope. But what I'm looking to make is this. If I turned you into red matter times 1, that's cool. And then we should be close to having enough to make another red matter in a second here. Which was a lot of coal, to be fair, but remember, coal does at least 70 MC value, so that was easy enough to get a lot of. Wow, this is definitely not going as fast as the timer gave up. It's like, nah, I'm done estimating how long this is going to take to craft. Oh well. Almost there. And then I assume the rest of this will be really quick. Yeah, super quick. I'll be back. All right, now we're cooking. So then the dark matter can turn into red matter again. Now I want to try making the body stone. The soul stone. Heals nearby players. Half a heart every half a second. So I'm just curious if this is in my inventory. How fast does this heal? So if I were to do this, not that fast. I was hoping for a little better than that. Keybinds, category, project E. Change mode is G, charge is V, extra function is C and R. Well, V doesn't seem to be doing anything, C doesn't be doing anything, and R doesn't be doing... it's not as good as I thought it would be. I thought it would be a little better than that. I was hoping for, hilariously fast regen. Oh, that's better. Yeah, no, that's way better. At least it heals me when my hunger's low. I wonder if this one's any good, the body stone. Now remember, you can combine these, right? Is that right? Yeah, so if I got the body stone, restores nearby player's hunger, but that's going to need a lot more red matter. What's the lifestone do? Both hunger and hearts, half a heart every quarter second. So I'm guessing that the lifestone probably heals faster and also fills hunger up. We'll see. We'll see. I might try it. So I think I've got enough for a tier 2 altar now, right? Because if I want some runes, blank ones especially. Cool. And you're using polished deep slate for some reason on that one. All right, let me steal all you for a sec. We'll replace you with runes, which, yeah, I could have exchanged and gadgeted, but meh. Cool. Okay. So now you should be a tier 2 altar. Correct. Hooray! And then we can look into getting the spawner bit going. So I don't remember quite how close it needs to be, but I remember it being relatively close. So let's get a blaze spawner ready to go here. And what I want to do... Now this might be a little bit ridiculous, but what I'm going to do actually... Let's actually get a another Pharaoh Flare Lantern here, because I just noticed that you are not doing a good enough job. Is F7 even working? It looks awfully dark over here, doesn't it? It really does. So let's set this up here at first and see how these work. Now, Apotheosis Blaze spawners, you can modify them by right-clicking with items, either in your main hand or your main and offhand. And it looks to me, if I'm reading this correctly, ooh, enchantments. Reactive? No, that's right. Spawner extraction. Spawner cores. Oh, okay, yeah. Empty spawner from new meta. Okay, fair enough. So, like, if we right-click with another star, it'll ignore the need for players to be nearby. If you right-click with a soul lantern, it ignores the light level. Cool. Max entities, so the total number of entities allowed nearby. The total number of entities spawned at once. Spawn entities will make no noise. I like that. Spawn entities will have no AI. I like that. The minimum number of ticks between spawns. This modifier cannot be reduced below 20. So that means it'll spawn every second. Not bad. Now there's a +2 activation range, which increases the activation range. There's a redstone control. The maximum number of ticks between spawns, this cannot be reduced below 20. So is that the same thing as what sugar does? I guess. The spawner ignores spawn conditions, increases the range, removes redstone control. So generally, if you have nether quartz in your offhand, it like removes or negatives it, right? So this increases the number of ticks between spawns, right? Oh, the maximum number of ticks between spawns. Got it. So that's max delay. This is min delay. Okay. Removes no AI. Removes the ignore light buff. Removes the ignore player buff. Reduces spawn range. Cannot be reduced below 1. So if I make it a spawn range of 1, does that mean it can only spawn directly on top of the mob spawner? Or is it like a radius of 1, which would be a 3x3? That's what we're going to find out. So let's get some modifiers for this, right? So what we're going to want for sure is probably some gas tiers for the +2 max entities, right? Fermented spider eyes. We have no more mushrooms? Meh. Did I set up... I did not. Bad direwolf. Where did I get the brown mushrooms from? Let me get the resources for this stuff, and we'll be right back. Found some. Nice. Twilight Forest to the rescue. Now let's get our other mushrooms here. And make sure that they are EMC learned. Nice. So we'll just get a bunch of you. We wanted a bunch of blaze rods, which I'm pretty sure we have a ton of. A bunch of quartz. Right? What else did we want for the spawner? We're going to start with that. Gas tears would be cool to have. Maybe a chorus fruit. We have no gas tears. Do gas tears have EMC? Yes. Did I teach them? I did. Good job, previous Dire. All right. Did something right. Now, I'm assuming also that if I were to place this dude here, so we can see the minimum spawn delay, the max spawn delay, I hit you with a blaze rod, right? And that did what again? +1 spawn range. Right, so we want a minus spawn range. So see spawn range going down? Cool. All right. Gas tiers should bump up. Max entities 32. Haha. Okay. No AI would be fun. Okay, sweet. And then we also wanted sugar and clocks. Right, and we can see the minimum spawn delay dropping, which can be 20 ticks. And then the max spawn delay can drop. Boy, I hope I can pick this thing up after I make these changes. I assume I can, right? Okay. There we go. Nice. All right, spawn count was what again? The total number of entities allowed nearby. Spawn count is your spider eyes, which I made. This could get dangerous real quick. Look at the size of this spawner. Did I just, like, make it as powerful as possible? I'm gonna say roughly, yeah. And let's put the soul lantern on it. Because that will apparently make it ignore stuff. No light. So in theory, you should be cool. Oh yeah, and we wanted a redstone, what was it, a comparator? Redstone control. Cool. So why are you not spawning mobs right now? It's an exceptional question, right? Why indeed? Because we're ignoring light. You would think that he would be good to go. Does not need a nearby player. Ignores light. Silent. No AI. Spawn delay. The spawner ignores spawn conditions? Do you think it's a spawn condition problem? The Blaze mob spawners have to spawn in the nether? I wouldn't think so, right? No. No. So why aren't you spawning right now? It's a good question. I don't have an answer. That was a mistake on my part. Luckily, there's another one of these here. So let's take this one and set it up in the nether and see if that makes a difference. Deal? And remember, I have access to all my stuff here, so... Yes, I know. Lots of people are waking up nearby. Chillax. Alright, so we would want you again. that's working. Well, that's cool. Right? Now, if I set up a chorus fruit here... So now they have no AI, right? So I want to see if I can make them spawn, like, a crazy amount right there. So what we want is a bunch more clocks. And then we also want to reduce the range with the offhand this guy. Right? So then your range is 1. We'll bring that minimum spawn and max spawn down a bunch again. Well, that's a pretty good sign, right? The fact that he spawned right on top of him is good. I like that. Because that's kind of what I'm going for. We could throw a wool on there to keep it quiet. Shh, be quiet. So you already have the chorus fruit. The ghast here will bump up the max entities at once. You bumped in front. I didn't like that. Sugar will reduce the minimum delay. So now it'll... should spawn every second, but they're definitely throwing them in front still. Like, if there's one there, it lands in front, right? I don't love that. Hey, excuse me, busy here. If I do that, it seems pretty good, but it's only putting one in there at a time, which is a little bit of a bummer. Look, I'm trying to do something cool and different. Are you maxed out right now? Min, spawn, max entities 20, activation range 16. Spawn range 1. Yeah, so the problem is it doesn't look like it wants to spawn one when there's already one there. So, like, yes, it's spawning them quickly. Really quickly, actually. Every second we're getting a blaze, right? Which is cool. It's pretty cool. And I could take accelerated, I'm sure. We'll just want to make sure that... Oh my, look at you guys spawning back here. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, so I think when it says a range of 1, it is a radius of 1, which means a 3x3. So as long as you encase it like this, then you should be pretty safe. I would think. Look at all these hilarious blazes just falling into the void up here. Because they have no AI, remember? Which is cool. Which is cool. Alright, so that works. Except why wasn't it working in the overworld? Blaze spawners don't have to be in the nether, right? I can't imagine that's a thing. Worst case, I could go get a dragon egg. I think I even have one. So if we did a dragon egg, remember we experimented, you get a dragon egg every time you kill the dragon. So we should be good on that front. This is not a bad plan. This is not a bad plan, right? And then I'm going to use my Silk Touch pick to get that blaze spawner. And if I hold shift for stats, good. It has all the stats still. Cool. Okay, so maybe this will work. Therefore, and then what I never did was the redstone comparator again. Yeah, I want you to run with a redstone signal. So if I plopped him here, do you think... I'd like a decent spot for him. So if I put him here and gave you the redstone comparator bit. Oh, he's running now, so that's cool. That's cool. I don't know why he wasn't running over there, but he's running over here now, so that's good times. So the problem is, I don't really want him there. Do you think back here might be doable? Maybe. Okay, and then probably want a redstone signal somewhere to indicate that he can spawn. Try here and see if... Hopefully he can't let things spawn in a 1 block tall gap. I would think, maybe? Now let's tick accelerate this to make sure. Oh, how'd you get down there? It's an exceptional question. I have no idea. So I just want to make sure that you can't spawn outside this radius. Okay, I think that works. Okay, that's cool. So let's turn you off for a sec. You can go in here. You need to be on my hotbar to work? I'm suspecting. And then we want the Dagger of Sacrifice, which is just a sword. Cool. Let's go. Thank you. So that is 1.9 buckets. That is 2.4. That works, right? Even without tick accelerating it, that's pretty good. I feel like that's a little better than I had. Like, the benefit of my previous setup was that you could have mobs stacking, like multiple. You currently can't. You only get 1 mob at a time. But that's still pretty good. I'm pretty cool with that. All right, let's wrap up the episode here. I'm going to get a bunch of runes between episodes. In theory, I should be able to get my tier 2 runes by now. Though I should stop you at this level. And then we'll add the others in a sec, right? So you're now 28. Nice. And then you should start getting tier 2 runes pretty quickly. I like this. This is different. This is a different approach. All right, wrapping up Point Delta, I sign off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.